Hello, my love. I have quite the message for you today. I have not been on here in a very long time, and this is a message that really needed to come through, and this is a beautiful message today. I'm so excited to share it with you. As I was going about my day and cleaning up, I was thinking about what the collective needs to hear today, and I kept hearing that we need a little confidence boost, and I saw a little rainbow on the floor when I was vacuuming, which cleaning might be very significant for you. If you're feeling like an ick that you can't get rid of, and just kind of weighed down, clean your space, start fresh, do a little spring clean. That'll probably help you a lot, okay? But yes, I got serious, massive confirmation as I was shuffling, doing my pre-shuffle with this King of Swords, and this is literally confidence. So thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. We are going to dive right in. If you feel like this reading is for you, you will feel it, and I would like to proceed by asking your permission and consent to enter your energy so that I may assist you in healing, exposing, or just getting confirmation on any wounds you may have or anything that you're working on healing right now that would benefit you, okay? Let me turn this down a little bit. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm using a mic. But anyway, my love, this King of Swords coming up was very significant. The first song that populated for you guys also had these moons on the album cover. And these moons are very significant for you. There's something about being mindful of the lunar phases that you're in, especially for women. And I'm not saying that men are left out of this, but for your specific inner feminine and for people who are more connected to their feminine side, the moon phases are very, very significant. This affects your root chakra. This affects your womb. This affects your time of the month. We tend to follow the moon, and if we are out of sync, you'll notice that when you're more aligned and more in sync with the earth and with your path, your literal bleeding, your menstruation, will be during the full moon. And so try to read up a little bit and research a little bit on the moon and how that affects you. I don't know how it affects each individual. The song is so annoying right now. I always have to look. Okay, it says, I see you. I always look when it annoys me because ADHD is a gift, and when we're overstimulated by something, it's because we need to look at it, right? Somebody needed to hear that. Okay, so whatever I was saying. Oh yeah, I was talking about the moon. And so the moon is more than just like this witchy thing where we use its energy. It is a part of us, and it has the power to affect the waves and gravity. It is so much more, it makes crops grow faster. More people end up in the hospital during a full moon. Emotions are heightened during a full moon. These are all scientifically based facts. This isn't just like hocus pocus hoobly jubilee, okay? So there is some validity behind paying attention to the lunar cycle, okay? So that's very, very important for somebody. Next important is butterflies. I know you guys can see my butterflies back here. I hope you like my new little setup. This is totally a vibe right now. I've been in such a butterfly mood the past couple years. Blue butterflies specifically. This card that popped out for you guys also has butterflies. I don't know if you'll be able to see it super well. We'll try. They're white little butterflies. You see that? And that is significant for you. If butterflies are popping up for you a lot, if they're really important to you, they could have always been important to you too. This isn't just something that has to be just all of a sudden. This can be something that's always been very important to you and resonated with you, okay? Also, rainbows are very significant. This is a promise that things are getting better. Whatever you've been going through has been hard. I know it has been. I've been going through a hard time as well. And it's hard to open up our throat chakra about that, I'm seeing. But that's okay. We can work through that, and we're going to see what we need to help boost our confidence. I'm assuming that has something to do with the throat chakra. But there is something that happened that kind of shattered your confidence. You're on this journey of learning your intuition and to trust yourself, and then something came in and kind of knocked you down. So we're going to clarify what wants to come forward, and we are going to see what we can do to get you back on the right path where you're feeling more confident, stepping in your purpose, and reminding you that your intuition is the first thing to follow, and the answers are all within you, and you don't need anything external. And when we rely on ourselves, we will make the greatest progress, okay? Getting a lot of confirmation as I'm speaking about this. You might be the type of... Wow, that throat chakra. Crazy like that. You might be the type of person that is naturally whimsical, and you might be the type of person that really believes in magic easily, but as you've aged, you've tended to rely more fully on logic. So it might be a bit harder as you've aged to trust in your intuition and magic because you're not seeing it as much externally. And I want to remind you that external validation should not be your first confirmation. You trusting yourself and your inner voice and trusting what comes to you is something that is built. That's why not everybody can do it, which technically everyone can. It's like a muscle. We have to practice. And when we get out of practice and we get knocked down, kind of like we've been lately, it is harder, and we do have to rebuild that muscle. Luckily, though, it's something that you've been working on and practicing, so it can come right back, okay? This is all coming through super strong. Like, it's weird how spirit gets me to talk to you guys, and like, I'm talking to you, and like, I know your life, right? It's so weird, but it's amazing. Thank you, spirit. I'm consistently grateful for the ability to do this, and wow. Okay, so spirit, tell me a little bit more about what we're facing right now. What do we need to know when it comes to our confidence? Whoa, that was fast. I think things are going to be changing fast too. I think that's actually very significant. These cards fell, so this is going to be important. Alright, we got resources. So we got two dragons we're facing. Resources and transformation. Defining yourself. That makes a lot of sense, you guys. Okay, so I'm a Scorpio, and transformation is heavy in my personal life. And so it makes sense if you're going through a transformative period right now. Oh, that's really actually, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. When you're going through a transformation in, let's say, your third eye, it's not going to look how you would expect. It's kind of like a healing process where you get more sick. There is so much uncertainty in this energy. My God. It's like we're really needing to work on the confidence. It's so weird how I'm talking because I can feel the energy and it's so uncertain. We are going to deal with that today. We're going to clear that out. We're done with that, right? Like I was saying, it's like the healing process. When let's say you get a surgery, you will feel worse before you feel better. You will do worse before you do better. It's just like learning as well. There are a lot of things in nature that mimic how this process looks. So let's say that you're learning how to weld. You might burn yourself a few times. You might forget to put your helmet down and hurt your eyes. You are going to get hurt before you turn into the professional that can make $3,000 off of one piece, right? So it's just a matter of the process and trusting the process that you're going through. This is very also whimsy and magic and butterfly, rainbow, dragon, unicorn vibes. Like, we are so scared of trusting ourselves in the whimsy. There might be a significant amount of pushback you've gotten in your reality that has kind of stunted that growth and trusting that magic is real and that things work out for you. I'm almost getting an energy that, like, you believe magic is real and you'll use magic to help other people, or like you see it happen for other people but not for you. Really strong confirmation on that. My right ear started ringing. Thank you. That is not the case, though. It is not that it doesn't work out for you. I think you are your own blind spot, if that makes sense. And the fact that, like, you'll so easily accept that it works out for other people and, like, this is, you know, it is real. It's just like, there's something wrong with me or broken with me. Like, no, babe. You are so magical and beautiful and whimsical and amazing, and it absolutely all works out for you and happens for you. If you've been doubting that at all, I'm getting emotional over this. Oh my god, you have been. Honey, you need to know, like, you are the first one it's working out for, and things have been taking a long time. I know you've been busting your ass. I know you've been working hard, and I know you've made big changes in your life. This is not, it's not coming in slow or taking forever to punish you. It's because you deserve the best. It is because you deserve the most. It is because you waited for what's yours. It's because you refused to settle. It is because you continue to grow. This is not a punishment, okay? Huge confirmation on that. And I just want you to know, like, you are your own blind spot. Let's go back to that, because I feel a little bit of, like, what did you mean by that? So you are your own blind spot when it comes to magic and even your manifestations. I feel like you might even have a block around your manifestations. We'll look into that. If I remember. If it's significant enough, I'll remember. If not, it'll go away. But you just, like, I don't know, I feel like you're the person that helps everybody else out. And then when it comes to you, like, if you're a reader, okay, I experienced this. You sit down and do your own reading for yourself, and it's just, like, doesn't make sense, or you don't believe it, or it's not as easy to, like, get the messages. This is part of a people-pleasing wound as well. This isn't just, like, a built-in blind sight, although we kind of need those. You can't be too overpowered, right? Because then you'd be bored. But, yeah, there is a significant amount of blockage in that. So we can figure out how to address that. And I'm actually getting put on a different train of thought now. Let's move on to resources. There's something else. We'll see. Resources. Back to the people pleasing, actually. We're not afraid to ask for help, are we? I know that's hard. I sense you might have been working on that. You deserve every bit of help you can get. If this is my collective that's had, like, a rough childhood and you've always just done your best to be a good person and put more good out in the world, like, girl, come on. You're not selfish. You are taking what's yours. And that is something else. We can be so kind that we are unkind to ourselves. We need to put ourselves first. This is a reminder to put yourself first. Come as you are, and you're accepted as you are. Your spirit team, babe, your spirit team would not let you walk around with the amount of power you have and the amount of psychic ability you're capable of. They would not let you walk around and be an asshole. They just wouldn't, okay? You get humbled and put in your place. You know, think about the last time where you had an ego like death. Think about the last time where you're like, well, maybe I was wrong. Just think about how willingly you accept that about yourself, and just know most people are not like that, and this is a big confirmation for you. You are absolutely not going to mess this up. Just have fun. This is a chance to have fun and step into your purpose and just free fall. And I know that's scary because we've learned to rely more heavily on that logic. You do not have to live like that, though. Yes, use your logic, but really what we need is balance. And so we're starting to bring back in that feminine because we have just really heavily relied on the masculine to a point where our masculine is very exhausted, okay? So we're finding that balance in between reality and whimsy, okay? This is very important for this collective. You really need to get a grip on this because it will help you significantly, okay? Significantly in your endeavors. All right, and nope. Let's see. Right, and like everything's okay. Everything. I know it's easy to get caught in like mental spirals too. And like, listen to me telling you all, girl, I have a hard time with it too. The only reason I could talk about this stuff is because I'm going through it, and then I get to show up and spirit brings me clarity, and then I get to talk, and then I learn with you. You ain't doing it on your own, babe. I am in this with you, balls deep. Like, we're in this together, okay? I promise. So don't ever let me sound like I'm preaching to the choir, because girl, I get it. Let me not. Alright, so anything else, spirit, what will help us move past this? Gain our confidence. Thank you. Okay, right on top, spring. Oh, and then the moon right here. Girl. Let me turn this over. It's gonna distract me. Whatever you have to do on your path and on your purpose and whatever, do it, girl. Do it. Do it how you want to do it. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about, oh, I don't know how to do. Girl, you know how to do it. You got it. If you're meant to be there, you're meant to be there. I promise you, your spirit team, God, Goddess, the Most High, whatever you believe in, yourself, bitch. You would not let yourself show up a fool. You can trust yourself. Okay? You need to hear that. I will be your hype man to the end, babe. This whole believe in magic. That's very sick. Okay, magic is so significant. This was the other card that popped out. All potentials. Wait. All potentialities. I love that. Okay. I open the dance of synchronicities. Okay, so this confidence that we work on and break through. Okay, and that, you see that orange in the background? Orange is confidence. And it's the around here chakra. I can't remember right now, girl. I'm rusty. It's okay, though. I'm allowed to be rusty. Your girl is a single mom in college. Give me a break. All right, anyway. Sorry, my attitude has to be in here or it's not real. All right, so we also have the moon. Oh, yeah, we were talking about how that was very synchronistic in its own with boosting our confidence. This opens doors for you, and it's like you are more willing to step through doors that you wouldn't because you're comfortable and you feel safe, getting safe in your body and in your skin, and just knowing that you're taken care of. It's almost like relying so much on yourself to keep yourself safe that you're afraid to move into different zones or through doorways and trying new different potentials, and you're being like really pushed right now to trust that you can trust in the universe, and you can trust in your spirit team, and you can trust that you don't have to do everything and carry yourself. I know you did it to keep yourself safe for a long time, but at the end of the day, honey, who kept you safe? You, and because you were never alone. And girl, I know you go back and forth on that too. You were never alone. I promise. You may have been through some messed up stuff. You were not alone through that. There's no way the goddess that loves you would let you go through that alone. They may not have done anything to stop what happened because it needed to happen, or there's a lesson that we needed to learn, but I promise you didn't go alone. You'll see. Someday you'll see. Mark my words. I'm not even playing about that. And I also don't feel I'd be able to say that to you if there wasn't a part of you that truly believed that anyway. Confirmation for you, okay? All right, the moon. There's a lot of significant energy around the moon. There is a full moon coming up. I don't know if you guys are going to see this, you know. So far, I've had one viewer on my videos, and it probably was me. So eventually, you guys are going to be seeing these. So whenever your next full moon. But this full moon that's coming up for me is a flower moon, and it is a blue moon, which basically is a second moon in 1 month, a second full moon in 1 month. And so there's something very significant. Release this uck. Okay, get your house cleaned up. Take one of those all over showers, okay, or baths, where you talk to the water and be like, girl, this is what I need cleared out. Okay, I have a little prayer I say every time I put water in my body or on my body. Okay. Water holds memory. Look it up. Alright? There's some really fun stuff. And I say that because you guys like learning and researching. These are my creative knowledge seekers. So, I at least feel that about you guys. I really would like to get to know y'all. Like, hit me up in the comments if you stumbled across this video and it's resonated with you so far. I would love to get to know you. I've actually never introduced myself. My name is Paige, and I'm a single mom and apparently a reader. I learned that about myself through my spiritual journey. One of these days I'll talk more about my journey and stuff. It's coming up right now pretty significantly. Your journey is significant, okay? And sharing with others and showing up for others. I'm not the only one, girl. I'm not the only one to be showing up. There's lots of us, and you might be one of them. If you're stumbling onto my stuff, this is intuition class. And so we're learning about intuition, and this is getting back in full swing, I think, is what's going to end up happening. But particularly whoever's seeing this video right now, we are rusty on our intuition, and we're needing a confidence boost to get back in the swing of things. Whatever came in hit you hard. And it might not even have been something very, like, dramatic. Or it's been a long time since it happened and it's just you're still down. That happens and it's okay. You will transform and transmute it. You're a butterfly. That's your thing. And, like, this is my collective that has transformed multiple times. You know what it looks like. Think back. Think back to some of the things you've been through and the different person you've become. Think back 5 years. Guarantee you've had multiple transformations since then. If this is my collective. If you're resonating with my energy, you've been through multiple transformations in your life. Probably like even more than one in a year. Okay? We shed. And that can look like, honestly, like the easiest thing to compare it to is like bipolar. I don't know if you guys know a lot about like mental disorders and stuff like that, but, or like, mental health. But it can kind of look ups and downs, and you're like, I thought I got this under control, and now I'm going through this whole thing again. And then you like have a great, you have a good break, and it feels like it took forever to get to that break where you're like, oh, I'm doing good. And it's just like, and then you're going through another transformation. This is unfortunately a side effect of coming in and dealing like with a shit ton of messed up family ancestry, and like cycle breaking and lineage. Like, this is the era we're in where we had to have a lot of strong individuals come in and kind of like start breaking these cycles and clearing things up. So that is a side effect of that. If that made sense to you, it was supposed to. If it didn't, don't worry about it. Anyway, with spring coming in, a time for renewal, step into uncharted territory. Okay, and what were we just talking about with the potentials and being comfortable enough in our skin to like try new things and step out of our comfort zone? And then it says step into uncharted territory. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't even read that, girl. Oh, I also didn't know if you might want to look at the card a little closer. Like I said, I'm rusty. Sorry. Rust is significant. Okay, I keep bringing that up for a reason. Oh, gratitude loop. So, I probably don't have to tell you guys this, but whenever we are going through this transformation process and you are fully liquid in your little cocoon and you're like broken down and your ego's being broken down and you're like, what is going on? And like, I thought I've been, working on this stuff. It is so important to look at what you have and what you have been blessed with. A lot of times when towers come in, they come in to knock everything away. And so if your whole life has been uprooted or something's been taken that's significant for you, okay, and the music just got taken away and shut off, I want you to remember what stays. What is still with you, because it is yours if it stays, right? And focus on the good. Don't focus on what's missing. Focus on what has stayed, what you've learned, what you've gained. Okay? When you focus on something, it grows. People who grow plants will understand that, or people who have talents and nurture them, you'll understand that. If you focus on it, it grows, and when you don't, it can wither away and die. Okay? Just like with plants. So what do you choose to focus on? The thing that's missing and giving you heartache, well, that heartache will grow. And it's good to address heartache. It's good to address things that we've been through. It is good to address traumas. They'll come up over and over. But it is not good to dwell in it. That's not living in gratitude. And a way that we can release those things that come up is to find a way to be grateful for what you've been through. I experienced a very abusive childhood, and my home was not a safe place. And of course, Spirit got me. I started getting so vulnerable with you guys, and then I realized it was happening. Of course, I gotta tell you this. Okay, whatever. I'm fine with it. I need a minute. Sorry. Anyway, I experienced this childhood, and a way that I have been able to... It's so hard for me to talk about this stuff, you guys. I'm being vulnerable with you guys. Okay, don't. A way I have learned to be able to kind of be okay with what I've been through is that I have learned to love who I am. And I didn't always, but I really do. I really, really do love who I've become. And I'm very proud of myself. And of course we all have our days, right? But I am very proud of who I am. And I know I would not be this woman without have gone through what I've been through. I love my morals and values, and I love who I'm teaching my children to be and those around me. And so I can't be this woman and be this person without going through what I've been through. And so I'm grateful for what I've been through, even though it was horrible and I wouldn't wish it on anybody else. I'm also grateful for the fact that I didn't go through it alone. And I have 3 sisters that went through this same childhood with me, but one that was very close to my age, and she went through it with me. And so a lot of people don't get to go through things and like have that close relationship with a sibling. A lot of times siblings will end up fighting or, not seeing eye to eye or falling victim to the same things. And her and I stayed very close through everything. So I'm very grateful for that. There are things like that really help you release these like big traumas. And so if it's a case of like a lover, that can be very hard, especially when it comes to betrayal. And I am getting a very strong vibe that a lot of this confidence and like knockdown of our intuition and trusting in ourselves is coming down to a betrayal of some type. So I want you to know that you're not weird or messed up because this happened. Like, this is meant to happen to show you how strong you are, but also like, girl, we got to get back on that horse. It's time to get back on the horse. Okay, you are supposed to be the king, the ruler. We're not gonna let some dude or some chick, like, or a friend even, or a family member. Nobody gets to knock you off your horse. You can stay on the ground till you make sure your ankle's good and you can get back up. But girl, get back up. You've been through so much worse. I know you've been through so much worse. And betrayal sucks, but you didn't betray yourself. You're still here. And you're going to keep showing up for yourself. And this is like, you are going to keep showing up for yourself. You guys gotta, if you don't know how to love yourself, baby, you gotta love yourself so deep that you could be in prison in another country and you would be fine because you got you. You will be there for you through the bitter end. Okay? It is about learning to love yourself. This will extremely increase your confidence to a level you don't even know. Who is this person? I didn't even know I was capable of this, because you just love yourself so hard that you're like, I'll try this, whatever, it'll be fine, it'll work out. Especially for my anxiety babies, the key to getting through anxiety is love. It's not being hard on yourself. It's not even getting on medication, which that can be a part of it, but that's not the key, babe. The key is self-love. That is the key to literally everything. Love yourself. Accept yourself. Okay? Alright, let's get this music back on, babe. I don't know why it turned off. Thanks, Spirit. It was like, well, that was during the time when I was talking about what stayed and what was still there. And interestingly enough, I was still here chit-chatting. And to me, that is very significant, because music is one of my biggest passions. Yeah, I was still here chit-chatting. You know, that's, myself is even more important than my passions. Put yourself first. You're not selfish. Something that really helped me stop people pleasing was literally, my full cup means I show up more for the people I love. It doesn't mean I'm taking away from anyone. It means I put myself first. I feel great and good. I'm showing up how I want to show up. And I'm not doing it out of guilt. I'm doing it because I have so much more to give now, because my cup's full and you receive all of the overflow. I will never run out because I'm only giving my overflow. Does that make sense, babe? And actually, the Three of Cups sitting right here at the bottom, I flashed it to you guys. I had a feeling that it was going to be a part of this reading. And what is that? The moon in the background again. If you have any intuitive hits while you're looking at this card, please feel free to drop it in the comments. You might help other people. You might help me. You might help you. It's a fun intuition activity. I've been doing things kind of different lately. I don't know how this is going to end up. But I'm curious what you guys get as an intuitive hit from that. I very much get intuition itself from this card because of the purple around and then that moon in the background. Even though it's so tiny, it is very significant, especially for this particular reading. If you guys are wanting to learn to read, this is a great channel to be on. Just listen to me. Even if you think a reading's not for you, pay attention to how I do it, because I try very hard to do things as authentic as possible and not really, I don't really naturally go with the grain anyway. I don't think I could sit here and do this and try to do it somebody else's way. So this would be a great channel for you to like learn to read. And I'll explain things as I go, because I'm assuming you're either a reader already and like, I don't know, or you're learning to read, or like whatever else in your life, or curious how it works and why we say what we say. Anyway, it's a good intuition exercise anyway to learn to read cards. And it's actually not about the cards, it's about your intuition, and that should always be first and foremost. You guys, if you're getting readings from people, from readers, your intuition is so much more important than what the reader's getting. The reader can only go so far, and they're a vessel for your messages. And I know you're your own blind spot, but I promise you that your readings for yourself will be more accurate. But whatever you like, your intuitive hits trump what somebody else tells you, including my readings for you. Okay? It completely covers up anything I say, because your intuition is what matters, because the answers are within you and from the self. I'm here to like support, help confirm, do my thing, you do your thing. we meet in the middle somewhere, and then you get your message. But, like, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life or what's going on with you. But, girl, I'm here to help support and be here. And it sure helps me. It sure helps me. I'm not even going to sit and pretend that this is a one-sided thing. Like, oh, I'm give. I receive a lot from doing this. That's for somebody. Somebody really needed to hear that. And anyway, there is also a difference when you sit back and ponder on something. I do feel a lot of pressure to keep my mouth moving when I'm doing videos or readings in general. So I think it's also important to mention that you can take your time and slow down when you're doing readings. Somebody here is like learning to read. Because I'm very much getting an energy of like, explain this to me. Are you learning to read? Drop it in the comments if I'm talking to you right now. I'm just curious. Anyway, love you, babe. Good, keep going. You got this. But yeah. This is called the Stalked Scarlet Cup. And we were talking about giving your overflow. Interestingly enough, this is making me think of Scarlet Letter, which makes me think of the root. There is such a big taboo around that. And then that winds back around to our womb and like our menstruation. So like moon cycles again coming through very strong about your menstrual cycle. If you're struggling with any type of like issues with that, there's an answer for you in the moon cycles. There might be a very large, yeah. Also, like, so many things just popped up to make me say this. But there might be some Chinese medicine available that would help you with any particular questions you have around the moon cycle. I'm gonna look into this myself, so when I'm pointing you in a direction, though, spirit will guide you into what information you need. So like, say a prayer, put an intention. You'll get your answers a lot better that way. Drink your water. Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords and Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, that's confirmation on spirit guiding you where you need to be. But the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, babe. How does a financial block... Oh. Okay. How does that apply to a confidence? So you might be feeling like there's like a energy around feeling like you're always going to be in a certain financial position in your life. Not necessarily good, like you're always, like if you're born and raised in poverty, you're just always going to be there. Like no matter what you do, you're stuck there. It's literally, it ties into how you feel about your love life, or like the magic thing we were talking about earlier, where you feel like magic happens to everybody else. Abundance and financial gain happens to everyone but you. You have not been going without. Somebody really needs to hear this, so please listen closely. You have not been going without to make you suffer. This has been to build you into exactly who you need to be to receive the mountains that are owed to you. And owed to you because you have remained good and kind and working hard, and you have remained being the type of person you wanted to be. You have remained the type of person that's proud of themselves and can sleep at night. If I'm talking to you, all of that will resonate. If not, I don't even know how you've been here this long, because there's so many protections. So there's something you need to pick up from it. If you are not the type of person that is proud of themselves, and I'm not talking you're having a hard time right now and it's just hard. I'm talking you know that confidence and you know who you are. Nobody could tell you it otherwise. Or you've been learning that confidence. But you know you're a good person. Okay? And we're not comparing to other people. We're comparing to you. You only ever compare yourself to yourself. We don't compare ourselves to other people. That's literally toxic. It will not help you in your growth. You have remained loving and kind-hearted. What you are going to receive in this lifetime, and I know, I can already feel it. You're like, yeah, I've heard it before. Trust me, I've heard it before too. But what are you looking at? Are you looking at what you don't have? Because what have you gained and what do you have that others can't reach as easily as you? Because of what you've been through. Because of who you've built yourself into. 444, when I say that, 4044, that's your stability, baby. You have built stability. And that means it's like someone winning the lottery that never had money but wasn't kind-hearted and like either loses it all or like turns into a drug addict or all their money gets wasted in gambling. Like, it's like, okay, what do you end up doing with it? Who do you help with it? 4114 when I say that. I'm just saying, like, you can't receive a whole bunch of stuff and then just blow it. Like, Spirit wants you to be able to keep this. It's yours. So, and it might be coming in now already. You should be seeing small little trickles of it by now. If you're not, again, how can we be in gratitude and appreciate what we have? This is how we grow. Literally, self-love and being in gratitude will take you so far. It will take you so far. It really will. True self-love, true gratitude. The vibration of both of those are so healing. And it takes over anything. Anything that you could be going through. It will wash away everything when you hit that level of vibration. It is so healing. It is the most healing thing you can do for yourself. There are studies that talk about how the way you talk to yourself, your body, will affect how you heal. They say laughter is the best medicine. Your thoughts lead to your words, and your words affect your life and your body. Your body listens and responds to you. The way you talk to yourself is so massively significant for how your energy is through your day-to-day. You are energy and spirit first. You are a body within an energy field, within a soul. Your soul is all around here in your body and filtering into your brain so that you can use your meat suit. You are not just this body, but the way you think affects your body, because this is thought. Your thought is the first connection you have to your physical body and to the physical world. You can't experience this physical world fully without this brain. So take control of it. You are the one in control. And then use thought to be able to control yourself and your body and the world around you. It's all connected. Somebody needs to hear some like really profound things, I guess, today. If you haven't heard about that, look into it. I don't talk about things on here unless I'm fairly certain, and on this I'm very certain. And these are things that I've practiced, learned, gained knowledge over through my spiritual journey. I've been heavily into my spiritual journey for 3 to 4 years, I think now. I don't know. It started, I can't even say it started there, but really heavily into it when I started going through my divorce. So that was like 3-4 years ago now. So you also know, if you know 4422 when I say that. I did have to learn a lot of stability and balance. It's not been easy, but you know what it's like when like you find out you are spiritual and that you're spiritually inclined and intuitive and stuff and psychic. because it's always just been like there in the background, and then you kind of go through like this big thing where you finally accept yourself, so and are willing to learn more about yourself. So that's why I say like heavily into it, because it's different. That I've dealt with it my whole life, but it's like I had to get over a significant amount of trauma, and somebody needed to hear that. All right, so we got summer, expansion, and growth. We got spring and summer. So there's something about the cycles of the moon, the season you're in. This is just a transformation period, babe. I promise you, it's not going to be hard forever. Okay. The seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. Yeah, and I've talked about water a few times. This is literally like, please cleanse yourself, cleanse your home, cleanse your body, drink your water. There is a certain healing that needs to happen for you, and you can do it yourself. I could come on here and do a Reiki for you, or a cleansing for you, or a prayer. You're being encouraged to try this on your own, though, and to use water as your tool. Okay? And, like, you are not failing. You're just in a transformation period. You really got this, babe. I am feeling the energy leaving now, so it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for allowing me into your energy. I'm going to return it at this time. Cleansed and purified by the Most High. Sorry, I know that was an abrupt end, but when it's gone, babe. I don't know what to say, but I love you so much. Thank you so much for letting me be here for you. I hope I helped. I hope you're able to kind of get through this weird phase, and I'm proud of you. Keep going. You are doing so much better than you even realize, and you are doing so good. This did not come through for somebody who's not doing amazing. If you're saying this. Confirmation, 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 babe. You got this. I love you. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.